What's going on, guys? The basics here. So today we are going to be doing a kickflip tutorial. How to kickflip. You heard that right. Not motions of a kickflip, not how to land a kickflip, how to kickflip. So let's get into it. Here's some pros and cons about the trick. Pros is it is the easiest hard trick there is out there. What I mean by that is it's like a hard trick to land. Like it's really hard to a lot of people because it's the first flip trick that you learn, but then it's also the easiest flip trick because there's like half cab flips, tray flips, laser flips, inward heels. Those are way harder because those are tricks mixed with other tricks. This is literally just scraping sideways, flipping your board, and landing on it. But the tray flip is scooping it and flicking it and doing all this stuff, and impossible is scooping it and all that stuff. So wait, would they even count an impossible as a flip trick because it doesn't really flip? Anyways, as you know, I landed my first kickflip yesterday on camera, and since I was at skate lessons the other day, I got like a whole other hour and 30 minutes to practice it. And also a con about a kickflip is it is very scary to commit on because landing primo is one of those things that you might do at least once. I've landed primo a couple times. I'll try a kickflip right now, even though I'm not even that good at them. Yeah, I'm not even that good. Also, another thing you want to do with the kickflip is try and land with your front foot if you're not going to commit, because landing with your back foot will be a natural reflex like that. That's just natural reflex. But front foot, you're not used to doing that. So if anything, start with that. So first we're going to need our foot placement. A really stupid thing that I did when I was trying to land a kickflip, even though I landed it like this. Let's say I landed that and then I just jump on and call that my first kickflip. Find a good foot placement, because I used to have my foot like right here. That is not comfortable for me. Get a foot placement where you'll be comfortable riding back and forth in my driveway. Like, look, I'll prove it to you. This is my foot placement for the kickflip. Let me ride back and forth in my driveway. I am not switching foot placement. I'll even do... See, look at this. So yeah, find a foot placement that is comfortable for you and that you will enjoy being in if you are riding and trying to do a kickflip, because definitely having both feet right on the tail is not comfortable for me, or for anybody, really. So after you got in your foot placement, practice your flicking. Make sure to make a mark. You could even draw chalk right here. You could draw like a box and say kickflip, and then draw a box right here. Heel flip for stuff like that. Pop shove it, impossible, stuff like that. Just so you get the idea on where to do it. First, you're going to want to practice your flip. And like I said earlier, instead of doing the flip and then landing with your back foot, because that's a natural instinct, you're going to want to do that. Do it with your front foot, because when you do land a kickflip, you are going to land with your front foot first. As you will see if I land a kickflip in this video, what you really do is you go like that. It's like a split second like that instead of like that. Because I think a back foot catch is like a whole different trick where you do it with your back foot first like that. That's a whole different trick. Also, try and refrain from doing body varials. What I mean by is if you start with your left foot in front doing the kickflip, and then halfway in the flip, you just flip your body and then your right foot's in front. I know some people do that before they do the kickflip because it's just what they do. I know my friend landed his first body varial kickflip, but he thought it was a kickflip. And then he landed a varial flip right after that because he was just like that and trying to kickflip, and he did a varial flip. So yeah, good for him. And I keep on trying to tell him it's a varial flip, and he's like, no, it's not. But yes, it is. Anyways, I'll try and land one right now. I'll play in slow motion even if I don't land it, so you can see like what I do and what I did wrong, so you can prevent from doing that. Okay, I almost landed it. My landing was a little bit bad because I went like that in the end. That's another thing you want to do. Learn how to land it, but like off, so that if you did land it in the event where you'd slip out, you'd only go like this, and your board would probably just go flying. Or try and land it with your toes touching the ground like that. So pretty much when you do the kickflip, you jump forward, and just practice going like that for a while. Even practice like the motion by jumping on a kickflip. and land it with your front foot first. Also, try not to be lazy like I'm doing. You want to be as realistic as you can, just like that. Try and land it 2 more times. Probably won't, because I'm tired, but whatever. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm leaning back too much, that's my problem. Whatever, that counts. But yeah, that's a kickflip. I'm so tired just doing that. Another thing you want to do is maybe even like hold on to 2 surfaces like cars or something that are close together. Practice the kickflip. Just don't do an unrealistic jump. Like, what I mean is, instead of doing the flip and then holding yourself up with both of your arms for 3 seconds until the board lands and then going back down, that's unrealistic. You're not going to be able to stay up in the air for 10 seconds while your board is flipping. So try and make it as realistic as you can. You're holding on to something, so it's not like if you land primo, you're going to die or anything. All you want to do is hold on to something and just jump regularly, and then just land back onto it. Don't do anything weird like holding on to it for 5 seconds. Just see how long it takes you to jump. Get like a stopwatch or something. 0.97 seconds, something like that. And then do that, but holding onto the cars again. So try and get your exact jump times so that it's as realistic as you can. Because if you don't land it perfectly holding on to something, you're probably not flicking hard enough or committing or something like that. So all it is, flick, try not to land with your back foot. That is definitely one of the biggies in this trick. Also committing. The hardest part of this trick is not the flick, not the jump, not the pop, not the scoop. There's not even a scoop. Stuff like that, it's the committing. I know it took me at least 8 or 9 months to learn this trick. I know for some people it can take 2 years, it could take 22 years. I don't think it would take that long, but 22 years, 2 years, something like that. For some people it could take 3 months. So try to practice landing with your front foot, because that would be a natural reflex, instead of with your back foot, where it's just, you're going to do it all the time. And then after you got that, and holding on to the cars and everything, try and land with your kind of like off the board like this, and then you just jump off, and then try and land a little bit more on the board like this, and jump off, and then try and land a little bit more like this, to the point where you're just on the board. Same with the flips. Try and land it off, and then just keep on landing it off like that, so you kind of got the landing, but not the real landing. So, once you got it, like that, you can kind of try and land on it, like, quickly, but then just jumping off it is safe. So, like, do the flip, like that and stuff, land on it, and just jump off if you don't feel good. But if you're fine with it, just go straight to the kick flip. I can't do it. I'm going to try it for a couple tries and put it in slow motion so you can see if I do land it. And even if I don't, I'll put it in slow motion so you can see what I did wrong and what I did right. So you can inform me and you can go based off of that. I think the problem is either the wind or I'm not straight hard enough, because I know the wind can be really effective. Or my shoes, because they are ripping really bad. Ow, that hurt. Alright, 2 more tries, because I'm so tired. Ow! That hurt. I do not feel like so I can land it perfectly. Anyways, it's pretty much just the foot placement. So not right here, not right here. Say like right here. So diagonal from the left bolt in the back or in the front. No, in the back. Closest to you, go diagonal about like an inch or two. Pop, jump, scrape to the side, like right in that little crevice where the tail ends. I used to think it was you go like that and then push down like that. That does not work because the difference between scraping forwards and scraping downwards could end up like this. You go like that and stuff. I sometimes do that. I try to prevent it. It just flips really close to the ground and it's just really unclean. While scraping forwards, you get that height. You might even rock it, but you won't rock it to the point where it's literally spinning on midair on the ground. But scraping forward, it'll probably just get a really clean flip like that. There's so much wind, but it's like 70 degrees. And if you are wondering, no, it is not summer yet, and I'm recording this. Wait, that wouldn't make sense. Never mind. But you just want to scrape up instead of to the side. I know in my old tutorial, don't follow that last part where I say scrape like this in like an inward motion. Don't do that because it could end up being really bad. As you saw, in most of the times where I scraped like downwards, it would end up being like this, right? But when I scraped upwards, it did go far away from me because I didn't know how to land it. But at least it would get a lot of height and actually flip correctly. So yeah, I'll show you the difference between scraping downwards and scraping upwards. So I'm not gonna land the scraping downwards, but scraping downwards, it just doesn't work. Versus scraping forwards, I'm gonna wait for the wind to stop and then I'll actually get the okay. That was actually really good, not gonna lie. Scraping upwards, you can actually get that circular motion. Yeah. Almost 2 in a row. See, it's really helping me talking to you guys. Because it's just like, see that I scraped downwards? But I'm losing breath and I have nothing else to talk about. That is the kickflip. Subscribe, share to your friends, like this video. Stay tuned for more. And yeah.